Landing site is clear.
This is Research
Let's head
Outpost
down.
U-309 to any and all Freestar Collective craft. We are under heavy fire. Hostile spacers are overrunning our position on Altair 2. I'm not sure how much longer our outpost can hold on. We don't have much time. Private Mahoney out.
Captain. Sergeant Union is looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Are you working toward that next technological leap? Then let Ryujin Industries help you get there. Fill out an application today to become part of the most advanced technology corporation in the settled systems.
have things for you.
Hello, Captain. We pose no threat here. Quite the opposite. Our ship's full of the faithful, Sanctum Universum. Happy to talk if you're inclined. If you don't want to return the hail, that's okay. I'm making another run out of New Atlantis, taking Universals out in the stars. To get closer to God and to appreciate the galaxy and all its majesty. Space travel is dangerous, but fortunately most ships don't engage us. Whether it's respect for our religious beliefs or the fact that we carry only passengers, I don't know. Have you ever felt something spiritual while traveling the stars? I've jumped dozens of times, and I still don't know I've had the revelation that Keeper Aquilus describes. But I'll keep jumping. I completely agree. It was a pleasure talking with you. We have to be going. But I hope God watches over you out there in the stars.
Everything checks out. Landing initiated.
Stay back! Stay away! Don't you come close, you hear? If you value your life, you won't come an inch closer. I'm sick. It's killing me. And I'm contagious, so stay back! Okay. Come closer and take a look. I sure hope you know what you are doing. You are saving my life. How will I ever repay you? Thank you so much. I will rest until I'm feeling well enough to leave. Maybe I can go home now. I cannot thank you enough.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
Landing gear. Check. Thrusters. Head. Landing site. Clear.
Time to move on.
Landing gear is ready. Site is clear.
If you're searching, then make it quick.
Easy pickings.
Taking damage. I am unable. Repair
Oh well, I
not
guess
possible.
Gonna bury you. Notch another one for me.
Opening fire. All systems.
I have something for you, if you have a moment.
matter how many times we jump, it never gets old.
Fine. You know what, Robin? Fine. You win. I'll ask this random stranger in the depths of space if they know how to get where we're going better than I do. Unknown ship, you read me? Hey.
That's because we did jump past it.
Robin, can you go 5 minutes without interrupting me?
Maybe if you listen to me every once in a while, I wouldn't have to interrupt you. Yes, we do. I am so sorry about this. Some of us get a little testy when we're in the wrong.
In the wrong, my ass. They're gonna say it's ahead of us. You watch.
Well, we'll just see about that, won't we?
How about that, Robin? I told you I knew where we were.
Well, you don't have to look so smug about it.
I'm never gonna hear the end of this. Thanks for your help. Make your way.
Setting down, everything in the green.
Now this planet, this is more my speed. I could hike here for a while. I picked up something you might be interested in. Let me guess. You missed me and you... Yep, here you go. Only only if it's going to make me smile. Ah, my heart melts when you say those things to me. Ah, I miss talking to you already.
Oh, Black, good to see you again. Can I get you something? Oh, is that a story? Remember when I said getting the ingredients was the difficult part? Yeah, about that. I may have gotten ahead of myself. I can mix a mean drink, I could run this bar, but this is something totally new. I want to do it right. But you know what that takes? Credits. Lots of them. More than I have. And you have now outed yourself as someone who has clearly never attempted to jumpstart an interplanetary business venture. I need more than just a great product, which clearly I have. But I want to go big. Large-scale production, marketing, distribution. Here's the situation. Opportunity is staring me in the face right now, and I don't want to blink. This can be huge, galaxy-wide. I know it. So, I am willing to concede that I need some external help here. Investors. Know anyone who's rich and likes taking chances?
The wealthiest person I know is Walter Stroud, but I doubt he'd be interested in financing a distillery operation.
Oh, really? Well, we won't know if he's interested unless we ask. And by we, I mean someone in this conversation who is not me. I am once again leaning on you, my very, very good friend, and looking for some help. You can't possibly turn me down, right? You really are the best, you know that? I was being serious. If you know Walter Stroud, that's a chance we shouldn't pass up. I think you should chat him up, pitch him the idea, see if he'll bite. If he does, we are that much closer. And if he doesn't, then we figure out a plan B. Go team! Catch you later.
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
Aboard your ship, then idling here, awaiting tasks.
I'd like to talk to you about something, when you have the chance. Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave, surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate my soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. Oh, no. You have any idea how much of my time gets wasted by people who start conversations with that line? All right, let's get it over with. What amazing situation have you discovered that I can't possibly afford to pass up? And you've tried this drink? You think it'll sell? Spoken like a true connoisseur. If it were anyone else, I might be inclined to nod politely, express some vague enthusiasm, and suggest setting up a meeting that never happens. But I think you and I have been through enough that I'll trust you and take a chance on this. All right, here's what you're going to do. Go pay a visit to my lovely wife in Neon and tell her I said I've been thinking about rereading Jules Verne. You do that, and we'll get the necessary paperwork underway.
I wonder how many poor souls who couldn't make it in New Atlantis ended up working at the fisheries in Neon.
Brightest of today.
We're on Neon. Our basically another version of you.
Mining operation run by
And biological.
We'll be here when you're ready. The Hotel Bowline. Sleep with us.
See how short my temper is, keep talking.
I do like it. I hope Constellation is treating you well, and that Walter is keeping your budget reasonable. Oh, has he now? My dear young man, what have you talked him into? And what better way than to leverage a starship builder? How very clever. Back before Walter and I married, he confessed that he had stashed away a credit stick in a copy of Around the World in 80 Days. Somewhere between a rainy day fund and a slush fund, he said he'd always had a bit of extra money set aside in case opportunities arose. I can't really fault him. They're his credits. He can do as he likes. But over the years, it's become something of a joke between us. When he wants to take a chance on something, it's his way of asking without asking if it's all right with me. Indeed. Or at least he doesn't want it to be a surprise when there's a sudden, significant loss in one of our accounts. I'll draw up the appropriate paperwork for the funds. Thank you for bringing me his message.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities need some work done? I'm sure you can find something you like.
If I was rich, this whole business... Whoa, this is really happening. Okay, I just lost the ability to think for a moment there. Hang on, give me a second. Whew, all right. That's really fantastic news. But we can't celebrate just yet. We're going to need at least one more solid investor. Oh, I'm sure he could fund most of the business in New Atlantis, if he doesn't already. That's not the point. If I put this all in the hands of a single investor, whoever that is suddenly has a lot of influence. If I have at least 2 investors to start, then one person isn't pulling all the strings, if any strings have to get pulled. Have I mentioned I'm not great with metaphors? So, having Walter backing us is fantastic, but I'd feel much better if there was a third party involved. If you know anyone, now's the time to call in a favor. Very clever. You are kidding, right? You do? I mean, are you really serious about this? Look, I will gladly take your credits if it means you and I can be partners on this, but I'm not trying to guilt you into it. So before you commit, I'm going to give you one last chance to back out. Okay? Wow. Wow. This is so amazing. It's you and me. Well, and Walter. But I'm sure it'll all work out. I'm afraid there's not much in the moment I can do to really thank you for this, but I promise you it will pay off. I've got some people to talk to, and a trip to Galbank in my future. Thank you again so much. Stop by anytime you'd like to catch up. If I was rich, this whole business venture thing would be so much easier. You know, I had a guy in here last week ranting that General Shao ought to send the Marines down into the well. I'm usually all for letting folks speak their mind. Most times it can't be helped after a few drinks. But that was just too much. Anybody stuck living in the well, it almost certainly isn't by choice. And things down there aren't that bad. Catch you later.
Okay. Hello.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security office. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Thank you, Captain. Always appreciate it when you lend a hand. Let me know when the matter's resolved. See you later.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant you...
All of our signature dishes. I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes, what? Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that... Thank you. He's a scoundrel and a fiend, and I was wrong to ever think otherwise. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter! He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return. I don't care. I'm not giving it to you. I am not being stubborn. I am being realistic. Is that what the law says? To be honest, I am not sure. That does sound reasonable. So long as you don't hand the ring over to Octavio. Ugh, fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
I used to be an actor.
No, this was where we had our second date.
Really?
Crime after that business with the Terramorph. It's good to get back. Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back? Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Hardly surprising for a captain of the UC Vanguard, but still, impressive nonetheless. Here, take this. It's well deserved. How can I help you, Captain? I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce, but also for smugglers. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlantis through the spaceport, and we need to investigate. Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by landing pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report back to me with your findings. See you later, Captain.
Hi there. Yeah? Can't say I have. When you work a job like this, you see so many ships. They all sort of blend together. Look, I'm just a port worker. My whole life would fit into one of these boxes. I've got nothing to hide. Now, if you don't mind, I got work to do. And if you do mind, tough.
Yeah? It's about time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. I'm beginning to think he was ignoring me. That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was UC576B. I do know it's a cargo class transport, if that helps. It's the way the crew handled the cargo. They were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that. Gotta go.
You will be scanned as you enter the theater. Okay.
What's happening, darling?
You are. The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is.
That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day. Here you are. Given I owe you for the last job, I hope it serves some use. Keep your eyes open.
Found those smugglers yet? How's the investigation going? Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance? Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship? Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate any illicit goods, and return them here. And if any of the crew puts up a fight, I trust you know what to do. Good luck.
Your safety is our
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Time to get this ship moving.
You with UC Security? My suggestion? You turn around and pretend you saw nothing.
Looking for something? What? What now? Well, it looks like you got me, officer. I guess this means my potato shipping days are numbered. But maybe you'd be willing to give a first-time offender a slap on the carpal bone. I don't suppose you're interested in a deal? It's simple. I give you a large sum of creds. You turn around and tell your sergeant the ship was clean. That's unfortunate, Captain. Now I'm going to have to smuggle your body off this ship.
You're dead meat! Bring it on! My eyes! We're losing! This isn't worth it! Don't leave any of that behind.
You get back here!
They're long gone now.
Big mistake!
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
How's the investigation going? No, mate. Good work. Did you find anything? Very well done, Captain. Time and time again, you come through for us. Initially, I felt bad for having someone of your rank doing security, but frankly, you're worth the guilt. In any case, I'll have a team move the ship off the landing pad and do a full sweep. Make sure there's no other surprises on board. Oh, and before I forget, your payment. It's well deserved.
Any heat leeches, you've got our permission to take care of them. Things are dangerous, apparently.
Now that we're here, perhaps we could spend a bit of time relaxing rather than planning?
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Unknown vessel, welcome to Stroud Eklund. You are cleared to board.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
Stroud.
You have a good day. So this is the Star Yard Walter can't stop talking about. I can certainly see why. It's a monumental operation.
My business is switching to Stroud Eklund. It just makes sense.
I heard they're making a new class of ship here.
Tried and true is what we should focus on.
Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello. Hi there. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job.
I know. But she's been with us for ages.
We got a business to run. No time for sentiment.
Well...
Oh,
I do like the ships we're looking at.
I just assumed. You know what? I'm really sorry. I should trust Walter knew what he was doing. My bad.
Even so, we have plenty of designers.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Ah, right, so you mentioned. Let's move on to solving our budget issues then, shall we? We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with? I was afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me. Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Stop trying to confuse me. You know, as 50% of the Stroud Eklund name, that might be enough. Well, there's always room for personal improvement, I suppose. I try to be. Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
I'm glad you convinced Jules to get that larger budget, but perhaps we could have intervened a bit more.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships? This is wonderful to hear. I hope for all of our sakes that you are not overselling your ability. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine? Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market? Huh. No, but interesting. I've never considered that. I should add that idea to my backlog. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship, marketed towards citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration fueled by ordinary people like you and me. Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations. See you around, I guess.
I'm wondering if we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here. Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side. Of course you do. Because you've been in my shoes and you know it's the only sensible way to go with a project like this. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Wait, really? I was expecting we'd have to argue a bit more than that. Well, that's a relief. I hope you're being sincere. Because if I can convince them to go with mine, it'd save us all a lot of trouble in the end. Hope we didn't scare you off, huh?
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me.
Tayo a run for its money?
Have you seen the specs on the Adonis?
I'd rather be in a ship that can defend itself. I don't want to be a target.
Maybe the Venture then.
Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market. I'm glad you agree. Such an ostentatious luxury craft will be the envy of everyone in the settled systems. Later.
Hi. Need something? Oh, you really want to hear my ideas? I mean, I have an idea, but it's not that great. I'm not even a designer or anything. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something mom and dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right? Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you! I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it. Take care, okay? That data from your ship is going to be critical to our design process, assuming you can handle the missions. This is going great! Just fantastic! Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess? I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded Freestars. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with. We'll talk later then.
I'm proud to be a part of the Stroud. Eklund team.
Locks, air pressure, drive, all good to go, Captain.
Well,
This is United
you didn't
Colony
put us into a
Space.
planet,
Maintain
so we
current
must be
course
in the
while we
right
scan for
place.
contraband. And we're done. Welcome to the Garin.
Landing site looks clear. Let's set it down.
to Gagarin. Your ship need fuel? Repairs?
Mech construction is a dead industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and Satori Mills are dedicated to Gagarin. We were just hoping Gagarin could show the same dedication in return.
I'm not closing off the city every time you want to run a tour group through here.
Our investor visits are the key to making Gagarin a place that works again. A place where people want to live again.
People are living here just fine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have security work to get back to.
The Terrabrew kiosk still busted? I swear, last time that thing worked, there were still humans on Earth.
You're not on my calendar. Is this our calendar?
After a perfect jump.